everyone, it's me Cosmic, and today we are going to talk about the honey badger. In the previous video, you may remember me mentioning that the honey badger was going to get its own dedicated video. So, let's go ahead and do that. Let's talk about the legend and the menace, the honey badger. Honey badgers live across Africa as well as parts of Asia and, if I remember correctly, even the Middle East. They are smaller than you would expect them to be. They are about the size of a small dog, in fact. But they act like they're 10 feet tall and just got kicked out of anger management class. They're also insanely strong diggers. They can tear through hard-packed dirt, termite mounds, and even concrete floors to an extent. Basically, if a honey badger wants to get in, it's going to get in. There is no buts or ifs, it's gonna do it. So, why the name honey badger? Well, that's because they actually raid beehives for honey, as well as bee larvae, which is jam-packed with proteins. Which means they will happily take hundreds of stings to the face for dessert. They really just don't care. Their skin is thick, like leather armor thick. A bee stinger barely registers, and even snake fangs will sometimes struggle to pierce it. Mind you, there have been cases where a honey badger has been stung to such an extreme degree that it literally dies while it's still eating some honey and larvae. That is how much of a I do not care, I'ma do what I'ma do mentality right there. Now, speaking of snakes, honey badgers do eat them. Venomous ones, in fact. Cobras, puff adders, you name it. They can take a bite, pass out for an entire hour, and then just wake up as if they weren't, just venomed. After that, they will go ahead and finish eating the snake that bit them. Yeah, that's no longer an animal at that point, that is a revenge arc. Holy moly. Now, the best part is that they will fight anything. Lions, leopards, hyenas, all know to leave the badger alone. Why? Because it does not back down. It's not posturing and it's not bluffing. It actually will attack predators 10 times the size just to prove a point, as a way of saying, screw you, I'ma do what I'ma do. They're like nature's version of that one friend who decides to pick a fight in online games with literally everybody in the lobby, and somehow it actually works out and they don't get clobbered. To make things even more ridiculous, honey badgers are quite smart. Some have been caught using tools like sticks or rocks to climb out of enclosures. They've literally been filmed stacking objects together to escape zoos. Not because they want freedom necessarily, but probably because someone told them that they couldn't. And of course, the honey badger took that personally. So yeah, honey badgers are basically the final form of the badger species. Tough, fearless, almost immune to venom, and too angry to die. And smart enough to cause trouble on purpose if it desires to do so. If regular badgers are tanks, then honey badgers are fighter jets with an attitude problem. And I do think there is something fairly poetic about the honey badger. The next time life gets tough, just remember what the honey badger would do. Never back down. Keep your unstoppable spirit. Be the honey badger of your own damn story. Well, minus the, attacking everything and eating snakes part. Yeah, that's probably not the best idea to do. And similarly to the American badger that is able to team up with coyotes in order to have a higher chance of success, the honey badger also is able to engage in teamwork with a species that isn't its own. The honey guide partnership, for example. This is one of nature's coolest collaborations in my opinion. The honey guide birds will lead honey badgers to wild beehives by chirping and flying in short bursts. The honey badger will follow them, and after finding the beehive, it will smash it open with its claws and eat its fill of the honey and larvae. And once it's done, the honey guide will feast on the leftovers and fill its belly. It's a win-win teamwork, but with claws and chirps. And once again, you may be wondering, why are they so damn aggressive? Isn't this basically just insanity? And well, it's not exactly a choice. It's survival. Again, they live in predator-rich environments. Honey badgers specifically live with lions, hyenas, leopards, and snakes. And if any of them get the chance to, they will go ahead and end the honey badger if they can, because it's competition and food. So acting this extremely aggressive and tough is kind of what keeps them alive. Also, funny fact about this behavior is their adrenal glands produce high levels of stress hormones, like adrenaline, keeping them alert and reactive. Their pain tolerance is extremely high. Bites, stings, and in some cases, apparently even machete wounds don't stop them immediately, which I'm not sure how they were able to acquire that information, and I'm not sure I really want to know how they acquired the information that even a machete can have difficulties ending a honey badger. They are also known to intimidate larger animals. Lions have straight up been seen backing away from persistent honey badgers because even they are like, okay, this little crackhead over here is going to be the end of me. I am not dealing with this. So when a honey badger attacks something that is 10 times its size, it's not necessarily madness. It's actually strategy. Intimidate first, survive second. When it comes to their diets, honey badgers are omnivorous, with pretty much zero standards when it comes to their menu. They will eat rodents, snakes, frogs, insects, birds, roots, berries, fruits, and, of course, honey and bee larvae, hence the name honey badger. They've been seen raiding farms of chickens and small livestock. Mind you, this isn't done out of malice. It's because, well, they can, and it is the wild. So it's not a situation of, oh, this farmer over here, fuck that guy, I'm gonna eat his livestock. Like, it's not out of maliciousness, it's just survival. Their metabolism is very rapid, so they can eat quite a lot. They spend most of their waking hours hunting or scavenging. When it comes to lifestyle and behavior, they are mostly nocturnal, especially in hot regions. They are also burrow dwellers. They dig new dens almost daily, though they will also steal other animals' burrows if the opportunity shows itself. They are very solitary. Males and females will only meet together once it's time to mate, and the female will raise cubs alone, usually 1 to 2 cubs, with some exceptions here and there. Their roaming range can cover several kilometers per night in search of food. With all of this information, it's probably no surprise that in ancient Egyptian mythology, honey badgers were seen as symbols of courage and persistence, which, yeah, makes sense. Their Latin name, Mellivora capensis, means honey eater from the Cape. Oh, and they were also made famous by the viral Honey Badger Don't Care video, which is pretty funny, but also kind of scientifically accurate, surprisingly, because yeah, that is true. Honey badgers do not give a shit. They're gonna do what they want to do. And that's going to be about it for today. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you again later some other time. Mwah. Goodbye!